Welcome back to Seven Gulches YouTube channel. We've been away for a while, but we're gonna make a new video today, and we're gonna Andrew's gonna let you know why we've been away for a while. So Andrew,
we've got some super cool new equipment that we want to show you about. But before we get into the equipment, if you're new around here, my name's Andrew, this is Pete. Thanks for stopping by our Seven Gulches YouTube channel. We make a lot of videos about forestry. A few years ago, I started following Pete around doing all of his forestry work, and now we started making videos. But the new equipment, my cool new thing is it's actually here. I got some new hardware, so that's why we've been away for a little bit there. Really excited about that. It's not quite as cool as Pete's new equipment, but I just want to feel like I'm a part of it. But let's go talk about Pete's new equipment.
Just before we do that, to clarify his new equipment, he's now part of the family.
I married Pete's daughter about a month ago, so father-in-law.
Yeah, and we're close. We're close. This is it. It might not be as exciting to you as your new equipment, but it's quite useful to me. So what it is, this is called a mulcher head, and it is used for clearing brush, keeping trails open, things like that. And it actually mulches the brush up. It doesn't just leave it in a pile, it mulches it up. So this is a device I bought from MC Power in Truro. They came and installed it, a very reasonable price. And it's on my excavator, which is a 6-ton Kubota excavator. It's adequate for this. This weighs 450 pounds, and it runs off the hydraulics of the excavator. And I'm very satisfied with it so far. I'm not particularly adept at using it yet, but that'll just take some practice. And we're going to show you today, we're going to show you some of the things that we've done with it and what we can do with it.
Can you cut down trees with it?
You can cut small trees. It'll take stuff up to 2 or 3 inches. It'll mulch stuff that's 2 inches or smaller. It won't mulch anything bigger than that. It'll actually jam, and you have to pick the stuff out.
I saw some videos on YouTube of people using it, and they kind of trim a tree from the top down and they just mulch it up. Is that, can you do that with this?
That'll do that. It's not as effective as the big machines, but for my operation, it's ideal. I don't need to cut big trees with it. All I need to do is keep trails open and keep ditches clear on my road system. So far, from what I've seen, it's going to be ideal. I did just a little area here yesterday, and it didn't take me half an hour to do that patch right there. And over there, I cleared that out. And we're going to do some on the other side of that trail over there, where you can see before and after. You can compare.
So it's just for like widening roads and stuff like that. So
well,
the log trucks
basically, if we've got brush overhang, and that'll reach up 12 or 15 feet too. I'll show you that in a few minutes. Cool. But it seems to be very effective for what I want it, for what I got it for. The guys that installed it, Jason Monk from MC Power installed it, and he had another business make the mount for me. Actually, the business is in Cumberland County, and they made the mount, and it's excellent. It's a quick hitch. So you can see my other bucket over there. That's the digging bucket for my excavator, and it takes about 5 minutes to change over. If you want to come in a little closer there to see this, these hoses here disconnect, and these hoses I've just got strapped in there, they connect up, and that runs the thumb normally when you're doing normal excavator operation. And this was, Jason designed all the attachments there, and did a great job putting it on. I got to say, those guys have been great for me.
Anyway. I have a question about, so how long have you been looking at these for a while, or is this a new thing that you just...
I have been, but this spring and summer, when I was doing my annual trail mowing, I looked at some of the trails and stuff that was growing in over. I couldn't get through with the tractor and mower, and I'm just getting too old to do everything with a pole saw and a power saw.
So this is like replacing the pole saw, essentially.
The pole saw, I still will use it for like a single branch 10 feet up in the air. I'm not going to bring the excavator to a place where I can do in a half an hour with the pole saw, but this essentially is going to keep my roads open and stop me from having to take 15 or 20 nights of summer to pole saw, because it's hard work. Pole saw, I don't mind hard work, but it's like power sawing, only it takes a little bit more muscle.
Now with this, I know it's new. Is there maintenance or routine maintenance
Yeah,
involved with
so I
this?
did that the first time I did it was yesterday. You have to there's one set of bearings that have to be greased, or one shaft that has bearings at each end that has to be greased. So if you can see this this compartment right here comes off. I just took it off with my impact wrench, and I have a special grease for those bearings that I got that from MC Power as well. And it took 20 minutes to take that off and grease it and do the same at the other end. Other than that, there are teeth here. If you, I don't know if you can get in close, but these teeth are sharp and they're replaceable. You can see there's a bolt that just comes out, and like that's the same as what this one. And then you can turn them around once and get the back side doesn't get dull. This side, you can tell this side's duller than this side. So when these get too dull to be effective, I'll go around that, loosen them, and turn them. And you can also replace them, and I don't know what that cost is going to involve. But
Could you use your, I mean, this is kind of a stupid question. Could you use your blade sharpener for the sawmill on this, or is that,
I don't know if there's any way you can
would that be
sharpen
too
it.
hillbilly?
You wouldn't be able to use the blade sharpener for sure, but there might be a way that you can sharpen them because there seems to be a lot of metal.
Yeah.
But I haven't looked that far ahead yet. I'm going to try to stay away from the ground so I don't get rocks dull on it. But eventually it'll get wood dull. But
Cool.
that's something I have to look into.
Right on.
Anyway, so are we ready for a little demo?
Now, as you saw, it says to keep back 500 feet on it. So we're going to throw in drone Baxter because it's probably unsafe for us to get too close.
there. So we cleared a fair bit in a short amount of time, and as you can see, I'm just learning how to use the machine. I had one little glitch. I taken my thumb off the power button, and the machine was still spinning, and it inadvertently caught a branch that had already been cut off, and then it jammed the machine. If I had been powering, it probably wouldn't have done that. But every now and then, when you get into stuff too big or too many branches at a time, it will jam, and you just stop and you clean it out, and on you go. But anyway, quite pleased with the way it performed there. That opened that up pretty nicely.